Module Overview. This module explores the deeply embedded social and cultural influences that shape, constrain, and liberate artistic expression and creative thought. While creativity is often idealized as a product of solitary genius, psychological and sociological research increasingly affirms that art is born within context, not in a vacuum. In this module, we examine the interpersonal, societal, and cultural frameworks that artists and creatives navigate as they produce and share their work. The goal is to develop a comprehensive understanding of how social interactions, cultural norms, identity constructs, power structures, historical movements, audience expectations, and technological media all influence the psychology of creativity. Drawing from disciplines such as social psychology, cultural anthropology, sociology of art, critical theory, and cultural neuroscience, this module frames creativity as an interdependent phenomenon, both individual and collective, private and public, authentic and performative. We will interrogate questions such as, how does society define what counts as art or genius? How do culture and subculture influence the content and meaning of art? How do group belonging, identity politics, and representation shape artistic narratives? What are the psychological effects of public reception, criticism, and validation? Key themes and concepts. Creativity as a socially constructed phenomenon. Definitions of creativity differ across historical eras, social classes, and cultural geographies. What is considered genius or original is often dictated by dominant cultural ideologies. Artistic canons are shaped by institutions, museums, academies, markets, not purely merit. The big C creativity, often celebrated in Western contexts, contrasts with little c everyday creativity in communal societies. Cultural psychology and the formation of aesthetic values. Cultural schemas influence aesthetic preferences, e.g., individualism versus collectivism, minimalism versus ornamentation. Creativity is enculturated artists learn to see and think creatively through cultural narratives and traditions. Concepts like symbolism, archetype, ritual, and taboo carry varied meanings across cultures. How globalization and cross-cultural interaction are hybridizing artistic traditions. Identity, representation, and social expression. Art as an act of social identity performance, race, gender, class, religion, sexuality, feminist art, decolonial aesthetics, queer expression, indigenous art forms, and their psychological implications. The burden of representing a group as a creative, e.g., artists of color, minority voices. Creativity as resistance. Art in context of oppression, war, and protest. Group dynamics, collaboration, and collective creativity. The psychology of group creativity, brainstorming, and co-authorship. Roles of leader, follower, and critic in group art settings. The social loafing and groupthink problems in collective creation. The cognitive benefits of diverse teams, cross-disciplinary fusion, and cultural exchange. Examples from collaborative art movements, e.g., Dada, Bauhaus, street art, hip-hop, Afrofuturism. Creativity, technology, and the digital public sphere. The impact of social media, online platforms, and digital exhibition on artistic identity. The psychology of validation through likes, shares, and comments. Emergence of digital performance art, NFTs, and AI-generated creativity. Parasocial relationships and online fan cultures. How creators navigate digital burnout, cancel culture, and viral fame. Audience perception and reception theory. The interpretive role of the audience in giving art its final meaning. Reception theory and the death of the author. Roland Barthes. Emotional resonance versus intellectual engagement. What do audiences respond to? How public acclaim, criticism, and social feedback shape an artist's self-concept and future works. The impact of external judgment on intrinsic motivation and authenticity. Key theories and theorists referenced. Lev Vygotsky, Sociocultural Theory of Cognitive Development. Pierre Bourdieu, cultural capital, habitus, and fields of cultural production. Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, creativity as a system, person, domain, field. Irving Goffman, dramaturgical analysis and presentation of self. Stuart Hall, encoding/decoding model of cultural texts. Bell Hooks, art, feminism, race, and resistance. Howard Becker, art worlds and networks of creative collaboration. Learning objectives. By the end of Module 4, you will be able to critically analyze how social and cultural forces shape creative expression, understand the role of identity, politics, and power in the psychology of art, explain how collaborative dynamics influence creative processes and outcomes, evaluate the psychological implications of creating and sharing art in digital spaces, recognize audience perception as an integral element of the artistic experience,